Hello, kids. How are you doing? So, are you playing at home? Are you liking to stay at home? I hope yes. Well, olá pessoal, tudo bem? Espero que estejam todos bem na medida do possível. Eu já não aguento mais essa quarentena. Já tô cansado de não poder ir ao teatro, de não poder ir ao cinema. Isso já me cansou profundamente. Então, espero que as aulas estejam sendo uma boa diversão para as crianças nesse momento, enquanto a gente não tem muita escolha do que pode fazer, né? Uma coisa que eu recomendo para vocês, para os pais, que eu gostaria muito que vocês fizessem, seria ficar assistindo vídeos de animações em inglês, certo? Para essa idade é muito bom começar a ver novos tipos de entretenimento e através disso você consegue consolidar a linguagem. Eu mandei uma lista bem no começo da quarentena com várias opções culturais que as crianças podem praticar nesse momento, tudo bem? Com vários canais no YouTube que tem várias canções, várias animações em inglês. Por exemplo, Peppa Pig. Tem o canal da Peppa Pig no YouTube com tudo, 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 tudo. E para criança aprender inglês, Peppa Pig é fenomenal, porque ela fala coisas simples baseado no contexto do episódio e ela não foge dele, não foge dele. Ou seja, para aprender a linguagem, para aprender palavras novas, é perfeito. Então, caso vocês tenham esse tempo disponível de poder assistir pelo menos um ou dois episódios de Peppa Pig com seus filhos em casa, ou se vocês não gostarem de Peppa Pig ou das crianças não gostarem de Peppa Pig, pode ter vários outros canais que eu passei lá. Por exemplo, o Super Simple Song, que é um canal genial. Além da musicalidade ser incrível, as histórias são muito boas. Isso seria muito interessante, porque isso ajuda bastante a aprender um novo vocabulário e colocando a boca no lugar para falar o inglês, porque, bem, existem músculos da boca específicos que vocês usam para falar outra língua, né? Os do inglês, evidentemente, são diferentes dos de português. Então, ir vendo essas coisas em outras línguas vai ajudando tanto a ouvir quanto a pronunciar. Tudo bem? Let's go, kids! Hoje nós vamos aprender uma nova história. Let's start a new history, okay? A new fairy tale. I think you already know this. It's the Little Red Riding Hood, okay? Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood. Do you know this history? Chapeuzinho vermelho. Yep. This is the Little Red Riding Hood, okay? So, do you like this history? Well, I like this history. I like the big bad wolf. The big bad wolf is very funny, right? I love this history because it's very funny. I always laugh. Ha ha ha. Laugh. Ha 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 ha. Yes, it's very funny, the Little Red Riding Hood, because when the Little Red Riding Hood asks to the wolf, "Why do you have so big eyes?" Or "Why do you have so big ears?" Yes, I think it's very funny. To be sincere, to be honest, I like this history. So let's listen, let's read this history. Yes, let's read this history. Okay, so check out this history.
Once upon a time, there was a small girl called Little Red Riding Hood. She lived with her parents beside a deep, dark forest. In a cottage on the other side of the forest lived her grandmother. And in the deep, dark forest lived a big, bad wolf. "Grandmother's poorly," said Little Red Riding Hood's mother one day. "Please take her this cake, but don't stop on the way." So Little Red Riding Hood set off through the deep, dark forest. She looked all around. There wasn't a sound. Then who should she meet but the big, bad wolf? "Good day, my dear," growled the wolf with a big, bad smile. "What are you doing here?" "I'm going to Grandmother's to take her a cake," replied Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf had a plan. "Wouldn't your grandmother like some of these flowers?" he smiled. "What a good idea," said Little Red Riding Hood. and she stopped to pick a big bunch.
Good kids. So, are you liking the history? Are you liking the history? So, you know, the little Red Riding Hood lives near the dark forest, right? And she went to her grandmother's house. But she's very disobedient. She's a naive kid. She's an adamant kid because she doesn't listen to her mother, and she went through the forest. Okay, so you have to listen to your parents, otherwise these things happen. So let's continue the history, okay?
While the wolf sped ahead through the deep, dark forest. At last he arrived at Grandmother's cottage. "I'm hungry," thought the big, bad wolf, licking his lips, and he knocked at the door. "Hello, Grandmother," growled the wolf. "It's Little Red Riding Hood." "That sounds more like the big, bad wolf," thought Grandmother, and she crept quickly under the bed. The wolf went in. He looked all around, but there wasn't a sound. Then his tummy rumbled. "No one's here," he grumbled. "Never mind. Little Red Riding Hood will be along soon." Quickly the wolf put on Grandmother's dressing gown and nightcap. Then he hopped into bed and pretended to nap. "Heh, heh, heh," he snarled. "Little Red Riding Hood will never know it's me." Soon Little Red Riding Hood knocked at the door. "Hello, Grandmother," she called. "It's Little Red Riding Hood." "Come in, my dear," growled the wolf. Little Red Riding Hood opened the door. "Oh, Grandmother," she gasped. "What big ears you have!" "All the better to hear you with, my dear," growled the wolf. "And Grandmother, what big eyes you have!" "All the better to see you with, my dear," growled the wolf. "And Grandmother, what big teeth you have!" "All the better to gobble you up," roared the wolf. But as he leapt out of bed, Grandmother's nightcap flopped right over his head. "Quick, down here, dear," whispered Grandmother, and she pulled Little Red Riding Hood under the bed. Just then, a woodcutter passed by the cottage. He heard a growling and howling, and he dashed inside. With one swish of his axe, he killed the big bad wolf. The woodcutter looked all around, but there wasn't a sound. And then out crept Little Red Riding Hood and Grandmother from under the bed. And Little Red Riding Hood said, "Mother was right. I'll never stop again on my way through the forest."
Good kids. So, as you can see, in the end of this history, the Little Red Riding Hood is safe. Oh, thanks God, she's safe. But if she had listened to her mother, she would be safer before, right? And nothing of this would happen, okay? So, do you like this history? Do you like this history? This history is good or this history is bad? I like this history or I don't like this history? Tell me, do you like this history? Do you like this history? Yes, I like this history. I really like this history. Or no, I don't like this history. I don't like this history. And How does this history make you feel? How does this history make you feel? What do you feel? What do you feel with this history? What do you feel with this history? Oh, I feel it makes me happy. It makes me happy, or it makes me scared. It makes me scared, or it makes me sad. It makes me sad, or it makes me excited, excited, or it makes me angry, angry. Yes? What does this history make you feel? Tell me, what does this history make you feel? Do you like this history? Yes or no? How does this history make you feel? Tell me. Okay, kids? See you later. Goodbye for you. I hope to see you soon, right? Goodbye. Kisses, kisses. Bye bye.